Hi, I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. Now Christmas is coming and your granny's asking what you want for Christmas. And you want to get an overdrive pedal. Now your granny can't afford to buy you some of the boutique overdrive pedals that are for sale at the moment. Some of them are reaching crazy money. So what I thought I'd do in today's video is to have a look at two classic overdrive pedals and compare them against each other and see which one sounds best. Now today we're going to be looking at the Boss SD-1, which is the Super Overdrive. Ignore the colour option on this. This is the 40th anniversary. The normal Super Overdrive SD-1 comes in reverse colours, so it's yellow and black, so yellow being the base colour and black being the writing. And we're also looking at the Ibanez Tube Screamer. This is a TS9 version. Now don't worry about if it's a TS8, if it's a TS9, if it's a TS10. They all do roughly the same sort of thing, and to be honest, for most people's ears they sound exactly the same. So what I thought I'd do is to go through a couple of the tones you can get from both of these pedals. The Super Overdrive pedal you can pick up in the UK for about £60. The Ibanez Tube Screamer, the TS9, you can pick up for about £120. The Tube Screamer is double the price of the SD-1, but is it twice as good? Now also in today's video I thought I'd bring in a little boost pedal. To be honest, clean boost pedals are pretty much of a muchness. If you've got a boost pedal, they sound more or less the same. Basically what the boost pedal is doing is boosting the signal that's coming from your guitar into whatever it's plugged into. So if it's going into the front of the amp, it's going to be louder going into the front of the amp. Now, amplifiers react differently depending on how they're set, and so do overdrive pedals. Now the reason why I've included this boost pedal in with this is because you can buy the Spark and the Super Overdrive for less than you can buy an Ibanez Tube Screamer. And for me, these two pedals together sound absolutely fantastic. My clean guitar sound sounds like this. Just in case you want to know what amp tone I'm using for this, I'm using the capture I did of my Matchless Independence 35 into IK Multimedia's Tone X. So let's have a listen to both pedals. Now, first of all, let's try the SD-1. Now to me, that's a great sounding overdrive tone. Now let's try the Tube Screamer set at 12 o'clock. Now these two pedals do sound different, but they do the same sort of thing. If I play the guitar with both of these pedals off, you hear the amount of bottom end that I've got in my guitar. Now if I bring in the SD-1, you can hear that it's tightening up the bottom end, and the Tube Screamer does the same. Now that's what these two pedal circuits do really well. They reduce the bottom end in your signal. Basically that helps your guitar cut through the mix better. Now that doesn't matter if you're playing live or you're recording. These two pedals really do a fantastic job at that. Now you can hear the SD-1 has got more gain, but we can bring it back. Which will more match what the Tube Screamer is doing. And we can also add more gain with the Tube Screamer. but we can get a lot more gain out of the SD-1. So I think you can agree these two pedals have a similar sort of sound about them. The SD-1 is far more versatile than a Tube Screamer, but they still do that classic sort of Tube Screamer type thing about reducing the bottom end and sort of pushing your guitar into a valve amplifier type distortion. So say that you've got £120 for a Tube Screamer, and I've convinced you that the Boss SD-1 sounds better than the Tube Screamer, but you want an SD-1, but you don't know what to do with the rest of the money. Well, I would highly recommend buying something like a boost pedal. The TC Spark boost pedal is about £50. Now what you can do with these two pedals is everything that you would need for your drive tones. If you use an amplifier, you can run your boost pedal into the front of the amp, and depending on how your amp is set, it will change the characteristics of your amp. So if you've already got a slightly overdriven sound on your amplifier, by turning up the boost pedal, it just pushes your amp into further gain. And also, if you've got a really clean amplifier, you can use a boost pedal to boost your solos. But what I'm going to be doing today is to use the SD-1 and the Spark pedal together. So there's the sound of the SD-1 on its own. Now, what I'm going to be doing is to push the input level going into the SD-1 so we can get some really nice, sort of heavier overdriven tones. Now the great thing about the Spark Mini pedal is it adds a little bit more top end that goes into the front of the overdrive pedal. Now that gives the SD-1 even more clarity. So what you can do is to have your rhythm sound. And then push it into your lead sound by clicking on the Spark. So there you go, you can share this video with your granny and tell her which pedals you want. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. Boss don't know that I'm making this video, nor do TC and nor do Ibanez. Not that I think Ibanez would be too happy about me trying to sell a cheaper pedal over their more expensive pedal. But I do highly recommend the Boss SD-1. It's a fantastic sounding pedal if you've got any amplifier and you're looking for an overdrive pedal. Now it doesn't matter if you're looking for a boutique style pedal, you're looking to spend a lot of money and you want something that's a bit special. Honestly, the Boss SD-1 competes so well over any of those pedals. And also pairing it with a boost pedal, something like the TC Electronic Spark Mini, just creates really sort of any overdrive tone that you'd need. Anyway, I really hope you guys got something out of this video. If you did get something out of it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Click on the bell button and you'll be notified of any future video that comes out from the Studio Rats. I'm Paul and I'll see you next time. Cheers.